We all are familiar with the Arthur Ashe Stadium located in Flushing Meadows, which is the main stadium of the USTA Billie Jean King National Tennis Center and serves as the primary venue for the US Open, one of the 4 Grand Slam tournaments. But do you know the history behind the person it's named after? Watch this video till the end to get a clear picture of who this person is, their career, and the legacy they left behind. Arthur Ashe is celebrated as a trailblazer in the sport of tennis, both for his athletic achievements and his social impact. Ashe's 3 Grand Slam singles titles included victories at the US Open, 1968, Australian Open, 1970, and Wimbledon, 1975, and he also captured 2 Grand Slam doubles titles, solidifying his place as one of the sport's greats. His status as the first black player selected to the US Davis Cup team and the only black man to win the singles titles at Wimbledon, the US Open, and the Australian Open is a testament to his groundbreaking career. In 1975, Ashe was ranked world number 1 by several prominent tennis analysts and publications, including Rex Bellamy, Bud Collins, and World Tennis Magazine. He also received the Martini and Rossi Award and was honored as the ATP Player of the Year. Although Ashe peaked at number 2 in the ATP computer rankings in May 1976, his influence extended far beyond the court, as he became a champion for civil rights and social justice. Please hit the subscribe button to support our channel. Arthur Ashe was born on July 10, 1943, in Richmond, Virginia, to Arthur Ashe Sr. and Mattie Cunningham Ashe. He had a younger brother, Johnny, and the family traced its lineage to Amar, a West African woman enslaved in America in 1735. When Arthur was 6, his mother passed away, and he and his brother were raised by their father, who worked as a caretaker of Brookfield Park, a segregated playground for black residents. Arthur Sr. was a supportive yet strict parent, encouraging academic and athletic excellence, but discouraging contact sports like football due to Arthur's slight build. Ashe broke barriers by becoming the first African American to compete in the Maryland Boys Championships in 1958. However, the segregated environment in Richmond limited his opportunities, so he moved to St. Louis for his senior year of high school. There, he lived with coach Richard Hudlin, who refined Arthur's serve and volley style and allowed him to compete in more tournaments, including winning the U.S. Interscholastic title. In 1963, Ashe received a tennis scholarship to UCLA, where he studied business administration, trained with coach J.D. Morgan, and practiced with his idol, Pancho Gonzalez. After graduating, he served in the U.S. Army, leading the tennis program at West Point until his honorable discharge in 1969. These formative experiences laid the groundwork for Ashe's future success in tennis and his role as a social trailblazer. Arthur Ashe's tennis career began to gain momentum in the early 1960s, with significant victories such as the Eastern Clay Court Championships in 1961 and the Pacific Southwest Championships in 1963. By 1965, he was ranked the 3rd best player in the United States. Ashe reached the Australian Championship finals in 1966 and 1967, but triumphed in 1967 at the U.S. Men's Clay Court Championships. In 1968, Ashe made history by winning both the United States Amateur Championships and the inaugural U.S. Open, becoming the first black male to achieve this feat. His amateur status allowed him to compete in the Davis Cup, where he led the U.S. team to victory in 1968 and 1969. During this time, Ashe faced challenges related to apartheid as South Africa denied him a visa, prompting his activism against racial discrimination in tennis. In 1970, Ashe captured his second Grand Slam title at the Australian Open. He helped the US Davis Cup team secure a third consecutive title before turning professional later that year. In 1972, he co-founded the Association of Tennis Professionals, ATP, to protect players' rights, becoming its first elected president in 1974. Ashe continued to succeed in doubles, winning the 1971 French Open and the 1977 Australian Open doubles titles. In 1975, he achieved his career-defining victory at Wimbledon, defeating defending champion Jimmy Connors in a 4-set final, making Ashe the first black man to win Wimbledon. Despite ongoing health issues that eventually led to his retirement in 1980, Ashe amassed an impressive record of 818 wins, 260 losses, and 51 titles. Throughout his career, he was not only known for his tennis prowess, but also for his activism and efforts to use his platform for social change, challenging racial barriers in both sports and society. After retiring from tennis, Arthur Ashe took on roles as a writer, commentator, and captain of the US Davis Cup team. Inducted into the International Tennis Hall of Fame in 1985, he also became a civil rights advocate. He founded the National Junior Tennis League for underprivileged children and protested against apartheid and the treatment of Haitian refugees. In 1988, Ashe published A Hard Road to Glory, a comprehensive history of black athletes, which he regarded as his most significant accomplishment. After contracting HIV from a blood transfusion during heart surgery, he established the Arthur Ashe Foundation for the Defeat of AIDS and the Arthur Ashe Institute for Urban Health, becoming a vocal advocate for HIV awareness. Ashe married Jeanne Mutusami in 1977, and they adopted a daughter, Camra, in 1986. His health struggles included heart attacks and surgeries in 1979 and 1983, followed by an HIV diagnosis in 1988. Despite initially keeping it private, he publicly announced his condition in 1992 to raise awareness. Arthur Ashe died on February 6, 1993, due to pneumonia related to AIDS. His legacy as a champion, activist, and advocate lives on, with the Arthur Ashe Stadium named in his honor. He is remembered for his contributions to tennis, racial equality, and social change. Thank you for watching this feature. Please don't forget to subscribe to our channel.